how to buy a home that makes you money. And I just talked about the money pit. There's a couple of good pictures. Shelly Long, if you didn't know who that was, that is her right there. For those foreclosure seekers, this is a must-see. Now, the only reason I say that is because it seems like such a wonderful idea to go look for foreclosures. But I got to tell you, unless you're seasoned at looking for houses, looking at houses, have plenty of money, cash to buy a foreclosure, it's going to be hard. I mean, I can tell you that it's a lot of times it's more trouble than it's worth. And I can tell you that from both ends. I'm trying to finance some and also trying to buy some. All right, so the number one tip, and you've heard this before, it's a classic: location, location, location. And when you're looking at buying a house that's going to make you money, particularly if you look back over the last couple of years, when we say location, we're talking about the neighborhood, we're talking about the school district, we're talking about close to shopping, close to your work, close to freeways. Those are all things people like. And when I want to point out the close to work things. Now, jobs that I've had in Houston, it seemed like the first 15 years that I lived here, I had to drive over an hour to get to my place of employment. And just the cost of the gasoline and the wear and tear on the car and the extra hour each way that I spent, I was willing to do what it took, but it wore me down. And I can just tell you that I'm living a little bit of nirvana right now when my house and my office are no more than 5 minutes away. It's a very positive thing. It would be very difficult to get me to go do anything else. So that is one of those things that's really important. Why are school districts important? Well, school districts are important because people want to bring their kids up and have them go to good schools. They want to be safe schools. They want to be well educated in the public school districts. And there are some public school districts that are superior to others. So if you buy in that area, then you have a better chance of that property that's in that area appreciate. And are the school taxes a little bit higher? Yes, they are. But guess what? That is not a big deal to somebody that's looking to bring up their children. It's a small additional cost when you compare that to being in an area where the school districts aren't so good. Neighborhoods are different. And in Kingwood alone, and in Humble and Atascocita, each little subdivision has its own characteristic. It's really important that you're aware of the characteristic of each one of those little subdivisions because it makes a difference in how they're going to appreciate. And then finally, close to freeways, an example that I can tell you that's in Kingwood is that if you live in the back of Kingwood, that used to be a matter of prestige. But what I hear more today than I hear about the prestige is how long it takes to get from the back of Kingwood to Highway 59. And for the people that live closer to the front, more valuable because you're closer to the highway. It's easier to get out. You can go faster. And in our day and time, that's an important thing. So that is number one. Location, location, location is an absolute critical factor. Beware of too many homes for sale in the same neighborhood. You can go into a neighborhood and if you're looking at this picture that we've got right here where all these homes are for sale. I was trying to figure out what this guy looked like. He's got his, he's doing the lawn. Anyway, this is not a good sign. Too many homes for sale. What could be wrong? What could be wrong here that everybody wants to sell pretty much all at the same time? Well, it could be crime. It could be there's a toxic waste dump somewhere. Maybe some news came out that something was going to happen to this neighborhood. There could have been a government rule change, and who knows what that could have been. Whatever, you can tell that if this many people are looking to sell all at the same time, there's some bad news going on there. And so this is probably not a great place to move into if you're thinking about selling and trying to make some money on this particular property. If you needed to reach me, my number is 281-348-9899. I'd love to talk to you.